Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. This morning, Palantir has broken through the $14 range. It's been quite a while since we've seen this, but there's not really any huge news right now that explains this. I mean, right now there's a lot of hype in the market over AI. This is due to earnings of other companies. I mean, the big one to point out is NVIDIA. They are going to do much better than people expected. They've revised their guidance so much higher than what people were expecting that maybe it's just affecting all these other related stocks. And Palantir is a very strong play in AI, just in my opinion, because of the infrastructure play that they can provide, as well as the security and governance and the diversification in their revenue over time that should happen as long as they keep on getting commercial clients as they move away from the government, or at least moving away from the government being a huge part of their business. But yeah, the one big announcement I did want to point out, Palantir announces their live stream of its first AIP Con. So there's been Foundry Cons before, so basically that's been presentations that are focused on Foundry. However, this was going to be the first one focused on their artificial intelligence platform. And the huge thing here for investors is that we're going to get a sneak peek now with AI demos and more announcements, of course. And there's a huge amount of customers here with 25 plus. So at the very top, though, we have the basic information here when it's going to happen, June 1st, 2023 over live stream. But what I like here is that Alex Karp and Shyam Sankar are going to speak, which they have done, of course, for previous Foundry Cons. But they're going to provide a detailed look now for the newest release of Palantir AIP and AI in Foundry. So this is going to be great for investors to get more information on this, as well as potential customers, and great marketing there to hopefully take advantage of the market hype right now and embed themselves deeply into the infrastructure of new businesses and, of course, existing businesses when they want to implement AIP. And over here it says Palantir AIP enables customers to activate large language models and other AI on their private networks subject to full control. That's the huge thing here. And if everyone knows about ChatGPT, you can't really use it at a company unless you're going to do some generic stuff. Maybe, oh, how do I respond to an email about this? But you can't necessarily put detailed information about your data in there, because if you do and copy and paste it, OpenAI does track that information. And obviously that would be horrible as an employee because you're probably breaching so many contractual agreements there. So yeah, this is the huge thing for AI on an enterprise level. So different than consumers like us, where we don't necessarily have protected information or proprietary information that doesn't need to be shared with the world. But for businesses, this is very huge. And then if you take the complexities of different people within the organization at different access levels, not everyone's going to have access to the same amount of data. Not everyone's going to have the same amount of access to the results that you want them to. And this is actually for good reasons, of course, because, for legal reasons, for security reasons, you do want to minimize who has information that can be leaked out. There's a lot of different things depending on your industry. I'm in healthcare myself, so I understand why there needs to be such strong controls. But going on down to the speakers here that they highlighted, at least at the top, we got Cisco, we got Cleveland Clinic, so they've spoken before, HCA Healthcare, Jacobs, they've spoken before as well, JD Power, and Panasonic Energy of North America. So we do have a good mix here of technology companies. We got people also with healthcare, so they got a lot here. It looks like they're still focused on utilities, of course. These are major players that have been utilizing Foundry, and possibly it sounds like AIP or AI in their Foundry. So it'll be great to see the demonstrations that they have, and what's even better is if they have results that show the before and after, or even testimonials as well from possibly security sides. But maybe the security side has some quote saying it's so much easier now to implement AI throughout the organization, or we didn't see any practical way to do that before because it's just so complicated. We can't control necessarily how people have access to certain large language models, who has certain access to different variables. And then for the output of results, how did we get there? And did we follow all the security procedures that we needed, or did we actually steal, quote unquote, maybe information from another department that we should not have access to, but we still got our answer? So it's going to be huge to see how Palantir makes this much easier and makes it much more implementable to put AI into an organization. There are additional speakers here that they put at the bottom. It looks like they're going to also have executives from Molson Coors, Cardinal Health, RBC, Lockheed Martin, PG&E, Tampa General Hospital, Dish Wireless, Siemens Healthineers, PwC, and more. So the one theme, though, that you do want to recognize with these speakers that they are much larger companies. So, I mean, that's fine for Palantir because think about this. You're going to be implemented within a large organization. And then from there, it looks like there's already issues there. So you're going to make sure you're tying data together. You want to make sure you can do basic analytics or even just basic reporting to see what's happening. And then when you put the layer of AIP on top, that's when you can do much more predictive stuff here. Maybe you're making decisions based on public information combined with your proprietary data, as well as a large language model that you've produced in-house, or maybe you've used some components of a large language model outside of your organization. And my speculation with the AIP platform is that it enables you to do that. It sounds pretty complex to do that within an organization while following regulations and keeping up your governance for your security purposes. So it's going to be great to see all these examples. This might be a reason why the stock is flying today. Who knows? There is just a lot of euphoria in the market when it comes to AI, but it's only for those who they're determined to be a part of that future. So we'll just have to see. I don't like to look at the stock price, honestly, on a daily basis, but it is very interesting to see when there's such large swings like this, so it does make me look into why this is happening. But let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video.